Good morning. It is May 27th, 2024. That means it's Memorial Day. And are you ready for your barbecue? Have you cleaned out your swimming pool? Because this is the day that typically starts the swimming season. And what about those home projects? Yes, those home projects, good time to start. Anyway, last week, did you see that a pair of, I believe, 1983 Air Jordans, size 13 and 13 and a half, because he has two different size feet, I understand, are now up for auction. Better get your bids in. Other things is the Dow topped 40,000 last week, just a little bit there. And the average car now is 12 years old, and pickup trucks are 14 years old. So is that a good testament to the quality, improved quality of the manufacturing? Or is it simply because prices of vehicles are too high, we have to keep them longer? Hey, maybe it's a combination of both. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. So, those of you who have been into the office by our door, you see this hanging up here. We believe in supporting our hometown heroes. Hometown heroes mostly is the branches of the military. We believe in supporting those who have served in the past, the present, and the future, and especially those who have paid the price for our freedoms today, freedom of speech, freedom for the lifestyle that we enjoy with their lives. Okay, so let's talk about Memorial Day. You know, Memorial Day actually began in 1868, right after the Civil War. And by the late 1890s, most states had adopted Memorial Day. And then in 1968, during my lifetime, and I kind of vaguely remember this, it was legislated Memorial Day would be the last Monday in May, and that would allow federal employees to have a 3-day weekend. And it was officially adopted in 1971. The purpose of Memorial Day was not, as I said in the beginning, for barbecues and swimming and home projects. It was to be a day of solemn remembrance of those that had lost their lives for our country. So here's something to consider. It is inappropriate to say Happy Memorial Day, because that person you may be saying to, it may be a day of remembrance of the loved one that they have lost. And with that in mind, many, many years ago, my wife and I went to Pearl Harbor. And at Pearl Harbor, there's, the Arizona Memorial. I thought I was going to a museum. And when we went out to the Arizona, we actually were standing over a grave site of 1,177 people. And that's when it really kind of, hit home to me that this is very solemn here, and it's serious, and it's not a party time. And let's also consider, I'm sure you've seen pictures in movies and other things, Arlington National Cemetery. Over 400,000 military personnel are buried there, as well as President Taft and President Kennedy. And they're saying that they average about 30 burials or services a day at Arlington National Cemetery. The other thing is, I can remember as a young boy, probably early teens, my parents took my brother, sister, and I to the Arlington National Cemetery. We did get to see Kennedy's grave, and they always have a flame going there. But now you would say, well, gee, Mark, there's got to be more than 400,000 people who've lost their lives. That's true, and a lot of them are not known due to poor recording and various other things that happened over the years. So there is the tomb of the unknown soldier, and we sat there and we watched the soldiers walking back and forth, and also the changing of the guard. It was dead silent when we were there. But today we have enjoyed such a wonderful lifestyle that sometimes these things can be forgotten. So hopefully, because you're probably seeing this after Memorial Day, you've taken the time to just stop and think and have a sense of appreciation for those who have lost their lives for what we enjoy today. So hey Mark, what's going on at the MLD agency? Well, originally when I was thinking about this, I wanted to talk about some Medicare Advantage plans that are designed specifically for veterans, but I don't feel like that's appropriate with this today. So maybe we'll do that next week. Other than that, at the MLD agency this past week, we were helping people transition into Medicare. We helped the person transition from group insurance to their own private insurance. And we are dealing now with, like I'm sure a lot of you are dealing with, the tremendous increase in property and casualty, your home, your auto, your umbrella, those types of policies increase. It's been estimated about 38% in Illinois this year. Wow. So, don't hesitate to give us a call. Hey, maybe we can save you some money or help you not have such a big increase on those types of insurance. Anyway, until next week.